Whether you are a recreational golfer or a seasoned tour player, you want control. Today I'm going to give you that control that is going to enable you to hit a fade, yes, a baby little fade down to your flagstick, and it's also going to give you the opportunity to take that fade and turn it into a little bit of a draw. Being able to hit both shapes of shots down the fairway is something that you all want to do. It is really, really important that you feel in control. When you are not in control and you hit a golf shot, and let's say you're a hooker of the golf ball and you're out there and you've hit yourself a couple of shots down the left-hand side of the fairway, and the very next shot you're trying to fix it, you're trying to stop your ball going down the left-hand side of the fairway and it goes even further left. At that point, my friends, you are barking up the wrong tree. You need a different option because you can't control the shape. And it's the same for the slicers. The slicers out there that are making the ball go to the right, and then you try to fix it however that might be, and then the very next shot that you hit it even further right. You are lost. You are in a world of hurt, walking into Mrs. Miggins' pie shop and finding there are no pies left. So let's talk about control. How do we get the golf ball hitting small little fades, and how do we get the golf ball hitting small little draws? Some of you will think I'm a magician. Some of you will think I'm a lunatic. But the reality is I know how to make my ball bend in the sky. Now, those of you that are seasoned watchers of good golf coaching, you will know that the grip, my friends, yes, the grip is the holy grail of taking control of this golf swing. Go and watch it up here. I promise you, it will enlighten you. It will give you everything that you want in your golf and more. Like Mrs. Miggins throwing an extra couple of pieces of meat in her pie. So, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? We want to hit a fade. For those of you that have adopted my grip, the kink in the lead wrist that is so brutally important, that opposes the sag of this club shaft, the light end trying to knock itself up and into your chin. That grip is opposing that force. Now, if you've got enough energy going down in this lead hand, all of a sudden you will start to recognize that you can keep some shape in that wrist. Go and watch this video here. I did a follow-through series that will knock your socks off and it will make you finish your golf swing. So the link in this lead arm club shaft, the kink here is crucial. Now you've got some options. If you've got this grip in the right spot, and it needs to be in the right spot, so do watch that video carefully. Once you've got it in the right spot, because of what's probably gone on before, and that's bowing your lead wrist like a lunatic, your golf ball is going to be off down the street quicker than you can say boo to a goose, because that lead wrist that's now got kink in it has now got bow in it that's going to make that face point to the left. So to hit the fade, to hit the ball that's going to have such a subtle amount of bend to the right, all you need to do is learn how to externally rotate the lead arm with a palm to the floor. So all I want you to do is get yourself crouched down on the floor, put the palm of the hand to the floor and wipe the floor with your hand. Rotate your hand on the floor with your palm down. This is what we're going to feel with a fade. Palm down, external rotation. I am hitting a release fade. Now there's a difference between a release fade and a hold-off fade. Most golfers, and I had a young lad in the other day that's been bowing his wrist and trying to hold off the club face. Bowing his wrist and then trying to hold off the club face like a Tommy Fleetwood umbrella garbage finish. And unfortunately, he's become weaker than a kitten. The other opportunity to hit a fade is being able to unload the golf club with the shape of the wrist. So instead of holding the face open, I can unload the club face, but because I'm unloading it around a wrist angle that's keeping shape, I can now hit a fade that's unloaded, that still makes me feel like I've got speed, and I hit much less shape. Now, if you've got a grip that is nowhere near the kink that I'm showing here, and you do this, you've got rid of the kink at address, and then you feel even more kink through strike as you unload it, you, my friends, are going to be hitting dirty slices. You are going to be hitting shots. There's no kink, and then you feel kink and unload, you are going to be hitting some shots down the right-hand side, and you're going to be going, that's Stuart Cartwright, what a load of old rubbish. You'll be hitting shots like that, which is why you have got to get the palm down, the external rotation of the forearm, and I did a video on this, power impact, unloading the golf club with that kink. That's going to get you hitting those fades. It's really very simple. I need to reload the balls to hit the draw. Balls reloaded, ka-ching, we want to hit the draw. So, therefore, if we've now got ourselves in a situation where this lead wrist has some extension in it, putting the wrist into a flat position where the hand and the forearm line up would all of a sudden start to make the face look left very easily. Now, the more you feel like you get your wrist hitting the outermost point of your wrist extension, this is wrist extension, this angle in here, this is wrist flexion, this angle here. The more you push your hand into full wrist extension and then hit a golf shot, and here is the killer, lean in, you don't have to think about anything to hit a draw. Yeah, true story. Give yourself as much wrist extension as you dare, then simply make a golf swing. All of a sudden, your wrist angle is going to want to unload itself back to where it feels most comfortable. Face to path -1, 0.8, baby little draw. So all of a sudden, hitting a draw is the easiest thing in the world, because all you do is give yourself an extension of the wrist, the lead wrist at address, more than you've ever felt before. So the more wrist extension we've got of the lead side, the more the palm is going to face the floor. Now, put your hand on the golf club, not just strong. Can you see that that is not wrist extension? That is just internal forearm rotation, which is how Rory grips the golf club. Not the best way, in my opinion. Rory's a good player, though. Grand Slam winner. External rotation of the forearm. Point the fingernails at the target. Then put your forearm, or your wrist rather, into full extension. Put the club up with the toe in the air. Grip the club. Maximum extension of the wrist to a comfortable degree. Then all you do is you make your golf swing, and that golf ball will draw. I'm letting you into a little secret here, how I can just stand here and hit little draws, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I can suddenly hit a little release fade. It is not difficult. You have been sold a crap story about putting crap grips on crap technical info and then expecting your golf swing to get better. I demonstrate. I walk the walk, I talk the talk. I show you how to play the game and enjoy it. Just read my comments. They're everywhere. Breathtaking. Never played so much good golf. In one round. Get your grip right. And then just recognize how important the shoulder, the hand, and the club face are and how they interact when they are swinging. If you want to hit more fade, just make more cup in your backswing and then unload the club around more of that cup. So I go even more cup in the way back, and I'm going to unload the club on the way through with even more shape in my wrist. All of a sudden, I get myself even more fade to the right. If you want to then hit even more draw, you go into full wrist extension. And then as you go back, ease off that pressure. Yes, go back almost towards a bowed wrist position. Don't become bowed because you will snap hook the heck out of it. But you're backing off of that wrist extension, which will still leave you with a kink, but it certainly won't be bowed, but it will take enough of the kink out of your wrist that you started with, and all of a sudden, as you hit it, you've now got yourself a ball bending to the left. Now, for those of you out there that start telling me push draw, pull draw, garbage, absolute garbage. The only thing we're interested in is the bend. So now you've got the bend in the sky in your pocket. Ouch, that hurt. You now aim up the right-hand side, take the crease out of your wrist a little bit, and aim up the right, and all of a sudden, you can bend that baby back onto the target. And then when you've got the fade in your pocket, that's getting sore, get yourself down the right-hand side, and then you can hit a little fade back onto the target. This game is so easy to take control of the shape. It's ridiculous, and you're getting this stuff for free. Why not consider subscribing while you're here? I don't ask for a lot. It's free. Click the bell, hit the button. You're a member. It's that easy. Then if you want to hit a straight shot, that becomes a little bit more tricky because you've got to manage both sides of the arc. And sometimes, just sometimes, you'll be able to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope that helped. See you next time. This is Good Coaching. Are you tired of paying too much for your premium leather golf gloves? Head over to gxgolfgloves.com. These are gloves tried and trusted by elite amateurs and tour players alike. Enter my code GOODCOACHING to receive 10% off your next order. Go try them out. You won't be disappointed.